NLWN-TV now brings you the In the Dugout show. A look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, join us in the dugout.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's doubleheader as the Eau Claire Cavaliers look to work their way right into the CRBL playoffs as they take on the Bloomer Woodticks. Now, coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Cavs and the Woodticks. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale's perspective on today's game in the Pete Bartingale Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League to see how this game fits in overall in that CRBL race. Also, we'll take a moment to get to know one of this season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game from Stuckert Field in Bloomer, Wisconsin. So it's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. In a few minutes, the Eau Claire Cavaliers will take on the Bloomer Woodticks in a CRBL matchup that could go a long way towards determining the CRBL playoffs. Now, last Tuesday, the Cavaliers got enough of the game in to make it official before the rains came as they defeated the Sparta Miller 8-1 in a non-league game. In that game, the Cavaliers jumped out quickly, scoring 5 runs in the first inning and never looked back. At the plate, the Cavaliers were led by Caden Erickson, who went 2 for 4, drove in 2 runs.
Ground ball through the hole into left field. 1 run's in. Second run comes in and scores. And a 2 RBI single for Caden Erickson.
Also contributing was Mitch Voller, who went 2 for 5, including a double and driving in 2 runs.
Dan is a highly talented guy. Line shot out into left field, falls in for a base hit. Mitch Voller rounds, he's heading for second, and he's going to stand up there with a double. Peters at the belt, and the pitch. Shot out into left field, 2 runs are going to come in to score. And Mitch Voller gets a base hit as Costley scores and O'Brien scores.
Josh Garcia went 2 for 4 and scored twice, while Hunter Ginther went 2 for 3 and picked up 2 RBIs.
1 out, 1 on. And the pitch, grounder, stabbed by the third baseman, and it rolls out in left field, and in to score is Josh Garcia. That's going to be a base hit for Hunter Ginther, which means he now has a batting average.
The Cavaliers starting pitcher, Jackson Faulkner, went 4 innings and allowed the only Sparta run before giving way to Xavier Benminster, who threw 3 innings of shutout ball while striking out 7 to pick up the win. Today, the Cavaliers take on the Bloomer Woodticks, who come into this game following a 4-1 loss to the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks last Wednesday. In that game, the Woodticks were led by the combined pitching of Cole Schwab and Jay Ryder, who allowed only 1 earned run while scattering 5 hits and striking out 12. At the plate, the Woodticks were stymied by the pitching of Lumberjack Dawson Rice, who allowed only 5 hits and struck out 3 while giving up 1 run. That run was a result of back-to-back doubles by Jackson Simmons and Jake Malinowski in the 5th inning. Now, coming into today's game, leading the way at the plate for the Cavaliers is Ethan Kjellberg, who comes in batting .407. He's followed by Chase Yeager, who's hitting at .357, while Cooper Kapanke is swinging for a .347 average. Josh Garcia as well as Gabe O'Brien are each hitting at .333. Following them, rounding out the Cavaliers, hitting over .300, come Jaden Nix at .318, Caden Erickson at .310, Connor O'Reilly at .308, and Ben Boda at .300. Leading the way on the mound for the Cavs, among those pitchers with at least 10 innings pitched, is Lucas Costley. Costley has a 2-2 record with a 0.29 ERA. He has a whip of 1.19 and an opponent's batting average of only 156. He's followed by Austin Getch, who comes in with a 5-0 record and a 2.15 ERA, along with a whip of 1.19, as well as Ethan Kjellberg with a record of 1-4 and a 4.93 ERA and a whip of 1.56. Coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get manager Pete Bartingale's perspective as we chat with him on the Pete Bartingale Show. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Time now for the Pete Bartingale Show, where Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale gives us his perspective on today's game. And now, the Pete Bartingale Show.
Once again, we're talking with Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale, and welcome back, Pete, from your journey to Kentucky, which caused you to miss the Cavaliers defeating the Sparta Miller last Tuesday. Now, I'm sure you've spoken with Ryan Bemnister, who was in charge of the Cavaliers that night. What did you find out about the game?
Well, it sounded like it went pretty well. It sounded like Faulkner started right and pitched pretty well for 3 or 4 innings, and then we brought in Bemister, who I really wanted to get Xavier in to pitch because he's only pitched a handful of innings this year, and he really needs to get back on the mound the second half of the season. And then Getch came in right before it started raining, and it sounded like we hit the ball pretty well, and that needs to continue today.
Now, in that game, you alluded to it a little bit. Both Jackson Faulkner and Xavier Bemnister, they bounced back with strong pitching performances after having some rough outings previously. In fact, Bemnister did pick up his first win of the season. Can you talk about how important those two can be to the Cavalier pitching as the season moves on?
Yeah, we're going to need them because we can't, with Costley and Kjellberg, we just have to go on to other people. But I see Faulkner as kind of being a closer role and coming in the last end of the game and kind of like a hater type role for the Brewers. But I'm not sure he's sold on it yet. But I think it's a role that he's a guy that if you haven't seen very much in a game, he's tough to hit. But he's, to me, he kind of looks like a 2-inning guy on occasion. When I'm just getting to learn him a little bit. I knew of him in high school because we faced him. He's a great pitcher, but even when he goes back to lacrosse, I think his role may be kind of a closer, 1-2 inning guy coming in the game and getting a couple outs for you. And that's just kind of how I see him, and that might be his role going forward with the Cavs.
Well, and you could see it on Tuesday night that he threw really solid the first couple 3 innings, and then you could see he was running out of arm, and that's when Bemnister came in, and I was really surprised with Xavier's pitching. He was right around the edges of the plate, throwing strikes and putting people down and letting his fielding play behind him. It worked well.
Well, Xavier's, you got to keep in mind, he's pitched a lot of big games throughout his career in travel baseball. I've had him quite a bit, and he's pitched a lot of big games. In fact, in his group, when I had him, he was our #1 pitcher in travel. So he's used to that. I think he just needs to get back out there and pitch more. But as you can see, he wants to be a two-way player now, going back to Hamlin. So we've been working on him playing in the outfield and hitting, and but I spoke to him. He needs to start pitching him maybe just a little bit more in this team, and we'll need him as we go forward in the second half of the season, because Gatch just pitched really well. I think we know what we have with him. We just need to get Faulkner, Advance, and Bemister going here in the final stretch.
Yeah. And in fact, it's your relief staff that has been the question. I mean, you've had Kjellberg and Getch and Costley kind of as your starting rotation. And now if that bullpen work can be solid, there could be some interesting things happening at the end of the season.
Yeah, and we've been trying to build that up, and Reese Lucas hasn't pitched forever, I don't think now. I know he went on vacation in Florida for a little bit, but we need to get him back out there maybe Sunday, or if not on Wednesday there. And so he needs to get back on the mound, because I feel like he hasn't pitched in quite a while.
Now, in just a few minutes, the Cavaliers are going to face off against the Bloomer Woodticks. Now, this was originally scheduled as a single game, but then back in May, the game with Bloomer in Eau Claire got rained out. And so now it's a doubleheader. And if the Cavaliers can sweep the Woodticks and a sweep by the Osseo Merchants over the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, the Cavs would move into a tie for that 4th playoff spot. Your comments?
Well, that's what we've been striving for all year. We've kind of just tried to battle all year to keep within that playoff. Playoff. What's the word I'm looking for? Just
race?
To be in the top race. Yeah, sorry. I'm a little jet lagged. I've been on flying for the last. Got home a little later last night, so keep that in mind. But yeah, our goal has been to stay in the race, and we need to Sunday. But I think you pointed it out. Bloomer's been up and down all year, but then there's somebody we can't take lightly, and my goal is just for us to hit better. I just wish we could hit and have more timely hits. It's just kind of been avoiding us all year, and I'm hoping today that will change a little bit, and that we just find a way to get out and get ahead a little bit, so we don't put so much pressure on our pitchers, because I feel like our pitchers are pressing a little bit at times because our games are always so tight and close.
Well, it makes exciting stuff for the fans. Who do you think you're leaning toward for today's starting pitchers?
Well, we could go Kjellberg or Costley for sure. One of those two. It's only a 7-inning game, so I think Costley will start the first one and Kjellberg the second one, and then we'll just kind of go from there. But that's our game plan right now.
Well, Pete, again, welcome back. I hope Kentucky was everything you were hoping it would be, and hopefully the Cavaliers can move into that tie for the playoffs.
Great. Sounds great. Thank you.
You've been tuned to the Pete Bartingale Show with Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale's outlook on today's game. Stay tuned. More of In the Dugout is coming right up on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to In the Dugout, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's doubleheader between the Cavaliers and the Bloomer Woodticks. Today's doubleheader between the Cavs and the Woodticks, along with the doubleheader between the Osseo Merchants and the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, could go a long way toward determining who makes the CRBL playoffs. A sweep by the Cavaliers, as well as a sweep by the Merchants, would leave the Cavaliers and the Lumberjacks tied for the 4th playoff spot, with the Lumberjacks holding the tiebreaker. Helping to set all that up last Wednesday, the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks defeated the Bloomer Woodticks 4-1, and the Eau Claire Bears upended the Beef River Bullfrogs 10-9. That leaves the Chippewa River Baseball League standings looking like this. The Osseo Merchants remained in first place with an 11-1 record. The Tilden Tigers at 13-2 are merely percentage points out of first. Holding down third place are still the Eau Claire Bears, who at 11-3 are only one game out. Holding down fourth place, 3 games out of first, are the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. Tied for fifth place, only 2 games behind the Lumberjacks, are the Jim Falls Sturgeons and the Eau Claire Cavaliers, who are each at 7-7. The Eau Claire Rivermen are in 7th place, 6.5 games out. In 8th place are the 3-11 Cadott Red Sox. And then rounding out the CRBL standings are the Beef River Bullfrogs and the Bloomer Woodticks at 10 and 11 games back, respectively. In addition to the Cavalier doubleheader with the Bloomer Woodticks, the Osseo Merchants travel to Casper Park in Chippewa Falls today to take on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doubleheader, while the Tilden Tigers take on the Eau Claire Bears in a doubleheader from Cinder City Park in Altoona. Meanwhile, the Beef River Bullfrogs travel to the Eau Claire Rivermen for a single game, and the Cadott Red Sox host the Jim Falls Sturgeons in another single game. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Cavalier players on Cavalier Profile. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
Time now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on this year's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile. This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more in the dugout coming right up.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Today, the Cavaliers look to try to gain that fourth playoff spot with a sweep of the Bloomer Woodticks. Likewise, the Woodticks look to salvage some pride as they try to dig their way out of the CRBL cellar. A sweep today by the Cavaliers over the Woodticks, combined with a sweep by the Osseo Merchants over the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, will leave the Cavs and the Lumberjacks tied for fourth place with 9-7 records. The Lumberjacks would still have the tiebreaker over the Cavaliers. So, the stage is set for some exciting baseball action, and in just a moment I'll be joining my colleague Dan Petchow at Stuckert Field in Bloomer, Wisconsin, as we'll bring you all the action of today's doubleheader between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Bloomer Woodticks. That's coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a presentation of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Eau Claire Cavalier baseball is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly brings you today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Join us as we follow the Cavs while they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League.
Long fly ball by Pogo, and it's out of here! A 3-run shot by Anthony Pogozinski.
And now, out to the ballpark for coverage of today's game.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Stuckert Field in Bloomer, Wisconsin. Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow and Ann Monroe on the computer, and Cassie Johnson over on the camera. And
we got a full crew.
And we're trying to get you a picture. Well, and now we got a picture. But you might have to use the touchpad. But anyway, we're okay here. We can't come to Bloomer without a technical issue. And folks, it kind of looks like we might be heading for some rain. Maybe Cassie might get a shot of those clouds that are coming in from the west. We're hoping to get some baseball in today. Managers are meeting at the home plate, and Cassie's looking at, yeah, there we go. That's what's coming our way. And so we're kind of hoping that we can at least get game one of our doubleheader in without any delay. keeping our fingers crossed on that. And as we get ready for that, Dan, why don't you give us the starting lineups for today's first game?
Yeah, here's the start for Bloomer. They're going to go with batting first will be their catcher, Tyler Plitzner. Batting second will be their second baseman, Corey Poyer. Batting third will be their pitcher, Curtis Stockel. Batting fourth will be their left fielder, Brent Sauer. Batting fifth will be their first baseman, Eric Abrahamson. Batting sixth will be their center fielder, Jay Ryder. Batting seventh will be their third baseman, Jackson Simmons. Batting eighth will be their shortstop, Jake Malinowski. Batting ninth will be their right fielder, Sean Hurt. And on the mound will be Curtis Stockel. For the Cavs, they're going to go with batting first will be their center fielder, Jackson Vance. Batting second will be their second baseman, J.C. Yeager. Batting third will be their first baseman, Cooper Kapanke. Batting fourth will be their D.H., Ethan Kjellberg. Batting fifth will be the left fielder, Campbell Kapanke. Batting sixth will be their E.H., Anthony Pogozinski. Batting seventh will be their right fielder, Josh Garcia. Batting eighth will be their catcher, Cole Tyman. Batting ninth will be their third baseman, Caden Erickson. Batting 10th will be their shortstop, Ben Boda, and Lucas Costley on the mound.
And on the mound, taking his final warm-up tosses for the Bloomer Woodticks is Curtis Stockel. He has a 1-6 record so far this season and a 5.92 ERA. He's pitched 48 2/3 innings. He's given up 47 runs, 32 of which have been earned runs. He's walked 28 and struck out 40. Leading off for the Cavaliers, center fielder Jackson Vance. Stockel winds, and the first pitch, foul back out of play. Straight back. We're going to have to stay on our toes here because that backstop isn't real high, and we're kind of at the right angle for them to come looping back toward us. And a pitch that's right over the top of Jackson Vance. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fly ball out into left center field, moving over is Sarar, and he makes the catch. So Vance flies to left, and that's going to bring up second baseman Chase Yeager. Yeager comes into the game batting .357. And the first pitch is a called strike. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Stuckert Field in Bloomer, Wisconsin. Nice ballpark. Unfortunately, it's not going to be here after this year. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yeager goes down on 3 pitches. That's going to bring up first baseman Cooper Kapanke. Hey, don't forget, our Geno's player of the game today is Josh Garcia. We'll talk a little more about that when Josh comes up a little later on. Kapanke comes into the game batting .347. Hits a foul ball off the right side. And the pitch. Another foul ball off the right side. No balls, 2 strikes to Cooper Kapanke. Here's the wind and the pitch. Slow in the dirt outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's the wind and the 1-2 pitch outside. Ball 2. Counts all even. And the pitch is outside, ball 3. The count is full to Cooper Kapanke. Here's Dockel's wind and the payoff pitch. And it's fouled back out of play on the right side. Kapanke is 17 for 49. Scored 15 runs. He's got 8 RBIs and 3 doubles. Here's the wind and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that'll do it for the Cavaliers in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We've played a half inning. It's the Cavaliers nothing and the Bloomer Woodticks coming to bat. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
And we're back here at Stuckert Field in Bloomer, Wisconsin, heading into the bottom of the first inning. Want to remind you again, our Gino's player of the game is Josh Garcia. He's playing right field tonight. If you go out to Gino's tomorrow and mention Josh Garcia's name, you'll get a free soft drink. And if Josh manages today to get an extra base hit, you'll get a free appetizer for your table. On the mound for the Cavaliers, Lucas Costley. Costley has a 2-2 record with a 0.29 ERA. He's pitched 31 innings, given up 5 runs, only one of which was earned. He's walked 17, struck out 33, and he has opponent's batting average of 156. Cavaliers defensively, we have Erickson over at third, Boda at short, Yeager is at second base, Cooper Kapanke at first, Cole Timon behind the plate. Outfield from left to right is Campbell Kapanke, Jackson Vance, and Josh Garcia. And as we mentioned, Lucas Costley on the mound. And his first pitch is outside for ball 1 to Tyler Plitzner, the catcher for the Bloomer Woodticks. Plitzner comes in hitting .250. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Called strike again. Costley hitting that outside corner. Here's the wind in the pitch. Line shot out into right field. Over to make the catch is Josh Garcia. 1 down. It's going to bring up Corey Poyer, second baseman.
He comes in with a .261 average.
And the pitch. Called strike, this time over the inside corner. Costley working from the belt. And the pitch is high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Strike called. 1-2 is the count to Corey Poyer. Here's the wind in the pitch. Line shot over to short. Ben Boda picks it up, throw over to first. They got him by about a half a step. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Curtis Dockel.
Dockel comes in with a 289 average.
There's the first pitch to Dockel. Just missed low. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. High pop foul back out of play. And through the trees it goes.
Go.
And it's a third strike that got out of the reach, but the throw by Timon completes the strikeout. So 3 up, 3 down for the Bloomer Woodticks. And the score after 1 inning is the Cavaliers nothing, Bloomers nothing, and you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
And we're back here at Bloomer, Stuckert Field. As I mentioned before, this is the last season for Stuckert Field. It's out here in an industrial park here on the north side of Bloomer, and it's being taken over by Industrial Park. And the Woodticks had to do a little scrambling to find a place to play for next season. Evidently, they're planning on playing over at the school field at the middle school, which is really the high school's baseball field. Leading off the top of the second inning, Ethan Kjellberg. First pitch is a ball.
Kjellberg comes in a 407.
And it's fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 407 is leading the team in hitting, and Kjellberg's riding a 4-game hitting streak. Pitch is outside. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Counts even at 2-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Kjellberg grounds it over towards short. It's picked up by Malinowski. Throw over to first and scooped out at first base by Abramson. So Kjellberg grounds out short to first, brings up Campbell Kapanke, left fielder today. And the first pitch is outside.
Campbell comes in with 293 average.
And he hits a fly ball out into center field. Ryder heading back and makes the catch. For a minute there, I thought he had burned Ryder because he came in a few steps, turned and had to get back quickly, and ends up just backpedaling and reaching up and making the catch. That brings up Anthony Pogodzinski, the extra hitter. And the pitch is a called strike on the inside third of the plate. Here's the wind in the pitch. Line shot foul down the right field line. Here's the wind in the pitch. Fly ball out into center field, way back. It's going to be off the wall. Pogo rounds first, and he's going to take into second base standing up. Anthony Pogodzinski with a long fly ball to center field, off the wall, and gets himself a double. That's going to bring up Josh Garcia. And he is our Geno's player of the game. The extra base hit might have come a play or two early here. Maybe Garcia can duplicate the effort. Remember, go out to Geno's tomorrow and you'll get a free soft drink. And if he gets an extra base hit today, it'll turn into an appetizer. First pitch is outside.
Garcia comes in with a .333 average.
And the pitch, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pogo taking a lead at second. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Garcia chokes up a little on the bat. Left-handed hitter. Pitch is outside. Cassie pointed out he's a switch hitter, and she's right. But he's hitting left-handed right now. And they're playing him shifted pretty well over towards the right field side. He fouls it out of play. Ooh, almost got the black vehicle that was turning around. Yeah, in fact, Poyer is probably playing closer to first base than he is to second. He's shifted so far over. You can see where Poyer's lined up over there, and he's playing closer to first.
Yeah, which
3 balls, 2 strikes. Go ahead.
Which leaves a big gap between, which doesn't matter.
No, because he goes down swinging. So for the Cavaliers, no runs on 1 hit, that long double by Pogo, and no errors, 1 left on base. We've played an inning and a half, and we still have no score from Bloomer. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
And we're back here at Stuckert Field in Bloomer. Not a real big crowd here in Bloomer today. In fact, I would say the vast majority of the crowd is Cavalier fans. Yeah, Cassie's right. There's a handful of Woodtick fans, but there's a pretty good mess of Cavalier fans down the first baseline. All right, leading off for the Bloomer Woodticks, Brent Serrar. He's the left fielder. Swinging and a miss for strike one.
He comes in with a 333 average.
Costly at the belt. And the pitch fouled away down the first baseline. Costly looks in for the sign. Timon sets up on the outside edge. That missed outside. That was a go ahead and chase me pitch. Timon's still setting up on the outside edge. Swing and a miss for strike three. Costly pulled the string on that, and Serrar was way out in front of it. That's going to bring up Eric Abramson, the first baseman.
He has a 0.00
I was going to say, keep searching for his batting average, Dan, because he doesn't have one. And that pitch just barely missed. That didn't miss by very much. There's the pitch. That's outside, ball two. Costly looks and fires. Curveball called strike. Abramson has scored a run. He's got only 7 at-bats. He walked, and that allowed him to get around and score. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to third, picked up by Erickson. Throw over to first, and plenty of time. That's going to bring up Jay Ryder.
He does have an average, 160.
Okay. Ryder's the center fielder. Costly fires, and almost got him, and they're saying it did. That was a little bit too much inside. So Ryder goes to first. And it'll bring up Jackson Simmons, third baseman.
Simmons comes in with 154 average.
And the pitch is outside. Ryder takes a lead. And the throw is a called strike. One ball, one strike. 2 down. Costly delivers. Fly ball out into center field. Vance heads over and makes the catch. So for the Woodticks, they have no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We've completed 2 innings, and there's still no score from Bloomer. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right, as a thank you for your service. Any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And we're going to head into the third inning. Due up for the Cavaliers, Cole Timon, Caden Erickson, and Ben Boda. Cavaliers looking to get a few more runners on and bring them around.
Cole's coming in with a 184 average, trying to get back into it after his foot.
Yeah, he's still trying to find his rhythm. He was hitting the ball real well before he got injured, and now he's trying to get back into the swing of things. Strike called. And that pitch missed for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Timon. And the pitch is high and inside, ball 2. And a line shot out into left center field for a base hit. And Timon is on at first. That's going to bring up third baseman Caden Erickson. And we have a courtesy runner going in for Timon. And that's Mitch Voller. Erickson digs in. Lays down a bunt on the first baseline, picked up by Dacco, flips it over to first, but it did its job and moved Voller over to second. So it's a sacrifice bunt. By Caden Erickson. And that'll bring up Ben Boda with 1 down and a runner on second. Boda is the shortstop for the Cavaliers today. And the first pitch is right down the middle of Water Street.
Comes in with a 300 average.
300 right on the nose. The 0-1 pitch. Strike called on a curveball by Dacco on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Dacco blew the fastball by him. That'll take us back to the top of the order. Jackson Vance. Vance flew out to left field his last time up. Serrar kind of heading over toward left center field, made the catch. And the pitch. That's a curveball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch, it's outside. Oh, he called it a strike on the outside corner. Check swing. It's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jackson Vance. Vance came into today hitting .286. Fly ball out into right field. Coming in is Hurt, and he makes the catch for the third out. So, for the Cavaliers, no runs on one hit. There were no errors, and one was left on base. So, we've played 2.5, and still no score from Bloomer. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Muldoon's Men's Wear, we're the well-dressed men of the Chippewa Valley shop. Whether you're looking for the big day you have coming up, or simply want to look great for a casual night out, Muldoon's is your stop. Let John or one of the other fine staff help you find just what you're looking for, and they'll make sure it looks great on you. What tops off the well-dressed man? One of Muldoon's well-made hats. Whether it's shirts, pants, suits, formal attire, or accessories, and did we say hats? Muldoon's has it for you. That's Muldoon's Men's Wear, 1506 South Hastings Way in Eau Claire.
Wait, I'll be on the wrong end.
Yeah, Dan's kind of sitting in the sun on us over here.
Yeah. Good view. Great tan on my left side of my face.
Cassie's our budding entomologist over here. Oh, she did find a picture of a really cool bug.
I just took that picture.
Well, yeah, she took the picture. It's a almost transparent bug that was crawling on her monitor.
I'm telling you, every broadcast is an adventure.
It is. Between the sideways rain down in Sparta and the bugs here. All right, leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Bloomer Woodticks is shortstop Jake Malinowski. And the first pitch is a called strike.
He comes in with a 212 average.
And that pitch is a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lucas Costley on the mound. We have a pop-up straight up in the infield. Kapanke misses it. It went right through the sun, and Kapanke missed it. You could see it. All of a sudden, he was right on it. He was ready to make the catch, and it came right through the sun and missed his glove by about 6 inches. And he's pretty frustrated with that. It does go as an infield hit. And it was out by second base, so it would be an infield hit to second. Puts Malinowski on first. Squaring to bunt is Sean Hurt. Takes it for a ball. Malinowski takes his lead. And Hurt squares, offers, throw over to first, and oh, he got in just behind the tag of Kapanke. One ball, 1 strike to Sean Hurt. And the throw over to first, and Malinowski's back. Hurt comes in batting .205. Malinowski takes his lead. Costley fires. And a called strike on Hurt. He looked bunt, pulled back, but it went over the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Probably be swinging away here. Costley steps off. Unlike the Brewers pitcher last night.
Oh,
he
boy.
Stepped all the way off. And a called third strike as Sean Hurt goes down looking. Takes us back to the top of the order for the Woodticks, and Tyler Plitzner flew out to right field his first time up. Throw over to first. Back in time is Malinowski.
He doesn't have a big lead.
Costley's trying to catch him leaning. Here's the pitch. Strike called over the outside third. To Tyler Plitzner. Costley looks over at first. Now he's at the belt. And the pitch. Ground ball to third. It gets through into left field. Stopping at second is Malinowski, and Tyler Plitzner gets a base hit. Just got past the diving Caden Erickson out into left field. And that brings up Corey Poyer with 1 out and 2 on. Poyer grounded short his last time up. First pitch is outside for a ball. And the pitch. Called strike right down the middle of the plate. And the pitch. Just missed outside. Two balls and a strike. And a ground ball right back over to first, to second, and they complete the double play. So it went to Costley, who threw it to Boda at second, and over to Kapanke. So that's a 1-6-3 double play, and that retires the side. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 was left on base. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Royal Credit Union's low rates and flexible terms on auto loans can help keep your payments low. Get a great rate on your next car or truck purchase, or refinance an existing vehicle with an auto loan from Royal Credit Union. Royal also offers loans for buying or refinancing boats, UTVs, and other vehicles. Royal Credit Union wants to help keep your payments low. Check rates and apply for a Royal Credit Union vehicle loan online at rcu.org/autorate. Subject to credit approval.
And we're back here at Stuckert Field in Bloomer with no score as we head into the 4th inning. In some other CRBL action today, after 2 innings, the Tilden Tigers have a 2-0 lead over the Eau Claire Bears. Tilden trying to catch the Osseo Merchants. The Bears trying to catch Tilden. All in the playoff race. Cavs are looking for some help today from the Osseo Merchants. Sweep by the Merchants today over the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, and if the Cavaliers can find a way to sweep the Bloomer Woodticks today, the Cavs and the Lumberjacks, for all intents and purposes, will be tied for that 4th playoff spot. Lumberjacks still do have the tiebreaker over the Cavaliers, but at least they're right in it then. All right, leading off the top of the 4th inning is Chase Yeager, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. Yeager struck out his last time up. High foul ball out of play on the left side, kind of over in the direction of my car.
Didn't hear anything.
No, I didn't hear any shattering glass or anything, so I think we're all right. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's high and away. Yeah, it's a nice day here in Bloomer, except for the threat of rain off to the west. And a long fly ball out into left field. That one's trouble. It's way back. Foul territory. And we couldn't get a catch made by Sarar. He gave it a good chase, but it's just a loud strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, last time we were here at Stuckert Field to broadcast a game. Here's the pitch. Another fly ball. This is to left center field. Sarar moves over and he makes the catch this time. As I was saying, last time we were here in Stuckert Field to broadcast a game, Cassie will remember this. We got snowed on. Dan even went down to his truck and brought up an extra jacket because I didn't have a jacket with me. It was baseball season. You don't expect snow in baseball season. That's going to bring up Cooper Kapanke. Went down on strikes his last time up. Line shot out into left field for a base hit. Kapanke around first. That's going to bring up Ethan Kjellberg, who grounded to short his last time up.
Well, maybe those clouds coming are snow clouds.
Oh, you hush. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Ethan Kjellberg, the Cavaliers' leading hitter. Kapanke takes his lead at first. And it's a line shot out into left field for a base hit. Kapanke rounds second, but he's going to hold there. That's going to bring up Campbell Kapanke. Two on, 1 out. Kapanke flew out to center field his last time up. It was a long fly ball, made Ryder drop back, but he ranged it in. Dockel at the belt, and the pitch. Right down the middle for a called strike. Dockel at the belt. And the pitch. That's low for a ball. Counts even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Pop up into foul territory, and not able to make the play was Abramson. He got kind of turned around and twisted a little bit. So it was just out of his reach in foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Campbell Kapanke. You can tell there's some rain coming. There's a cool breeze. Actually feels really nice. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Counts even at 2-2. Nice block that time by Plitzner. Kapanke takes his lead at second. Kjellberg at first. Campbell Kapanke grounds it to short. Throw to second for 1. Over to first for the double play. So Campbell grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. And that'll do it for the Cavaliers in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We've played 3.5 and still no score from Bloomer. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on Wednesday, July 20th, when the Cavaliers host the Jim Falls Sturgeons at Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:35 p.m. That's live Cavalier baseball on Wednesday, July 20th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Particularly giving it away.
Well, we're back here at Stuckert Field, and I'm not sure if that was a truck or thunder that I heard.
Yeah, if it stays on the path, it might just miss us to the south.
Leading off for the Bloomer Woodticks in the bottom of the fourth is pitcher Curtis Stockel. Costley at the belt. And the pitch. Outside for ball one. And the pitch. Missed high. 2 balls, no strikes. Stockel struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss for strike one. Costley fires. Ground ball down the third baseline, foul. Counts even at 2-2. Costley looks in. And the pitch. A little looper out into center field for a base hit. Dockel was on. That's going to bring up Brent Serrar. And Serrar struck out his first time up. And the pitch shows bunt, but doesn't offer. 1 ball, no strikes. Costley takes a look over at first. And a foul ball. That one. Dan, I thought you were going to get a chance there. Dan flinched, he says. He went over and was covering the camera for a minute for Cassie. In fact, that one almost got Cassie as she got down off our platform here. Offers at the bunt. It's fouled at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brent Serrar. Strikeout victim his first time up. Dockel at first. Costley looks at first, now pitches. Ground ball to third, and it gets past Erickson out into left field. And Dockel stops at second. 2 on with nobody out. Eric Abramson is up. He grounded to third his first trip to the plate. Costley now takes a peek over at second. And the pitch, they still show bunt. Cavaliers defensively are looking for the bunt. Kapanke is coming in. In fact, he's halfway to home. Showing bunt down the third base line, and it's going to be safe all the way around. A very nicely placed bunt by Eric Abramson. Erickson had to stay at third, so he bunted it down the third base line. Costley couldn't get over there in time, and they're going to have a conference at the mound to talk about this. Bases loaded with nobody out. Manager Pete Bartingale out there to discuss this. I'm sure this is a defensive discussion. He wasn't very happy, I don't think, about the fact there was nobody to cover that ball down the third baseline. And the meeting at the mound breaks up. And it's going to bring up Jay Ryder. Ryder was hit by the pitch his last time up. Well, if that happens again, there's nowhere to put him, so there'll be a run scored. Bases loaded, nobody out. Costley's got a bit of a jam to work out of. Here's the first pitch. Missed the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through. 1 run is in. That's Malinowski, and coming in now to score also. Or check that, that's Dockel scoring, and Serrar comes in. Abramson stops at second, and with a single is Jay Ryder. That's 4 straight singles by the Bloomer Woodticks as they put 2 runs up on the board. Brings up Jackson Simmons. Flew out to center field his last time up. And the pitch is at the letters for a called strike. And he squares to bunt, and it's in the dirt. No balls and 2 strikes. Costley at the belt, looks out at second, and delivers. That's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Costley looking in and delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Simmons goes down on strikes, brings up Jake Malinowski, who singled his last time up in what should have probably been an out, but it went right through the sun, and Cooper Kapanke couldn't see it, and it missed his glove by about 6 inches. Here's the pitch. It's another pop-up foul out of play. Costley looking in for the sign. Abramson on second. Ryder on first. And the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike. First of 2 today, 7-inning games. So actually, Cavaliers need to make sure they don't get any further in the hole. That pitch is right at the knees for a strike. Counts even at 2-2. Costley looks in and delivers. Oh, that just missed. Count is full with 1 out. Costley looks at second and fires. He missed. He called it. Curveball, big bending curveball that time. Caught the outside corner. That surprised me. And so Malinowski goes down looking. That's going to bring up Sean Hurt, who struck out looking his first time up. 2 down now. And a fly ball out into left field. Campbell Kapanke under it and makes the catch. So that'll do it for Bloomer, but they do pick up 2 runs on 4 hits. There were no Cavalier errors, and 2 were left on base. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you've been admiring the freshly groomed look of a baseball field, or the stunning appearance of a golf course, remember you too can have a lawn with the same beauty by simply calling Midwest Environmental Consultants. Their professional lawn care experts can bring your lawn to its full beauty and appearance. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your lawn the showplace of the neighborhood.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Well, the Cavaliers have a little bit of work cut out for them now as we head into the 5th inning of 7. And trailing now 2-0. Leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Cavaliers is Anthony Pogodzinski, who doubled off the center field wall back in the 2nd inning. He'll be followed by Josh Garcia and Cole Timon. Pitch is outside for a ball. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's a strike called. Tackles wind and pitch. Line shot foul down the right field line. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Pogodzinski. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Counts even at 2-2. The wind and the fire. That's high for ball 3. Full count now to Pogel. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll bring up Josh Garcia, who's our Geno's player of the game. Remember, go out to Gino's tomorrow and you'll get yourself a free soft drink. Or if he should manage to get an extra base hit, first pitch is a called strike. If he should manage to get that extra base hit, your table can get a free appetizer. And he fouls it off on the left, on the left side. No balls, 2 strikes. Daco winds and fires. Line shot out into left field for a base hit. Rounding first and holding it first is Garcia. That's going to bring up Cole Timon. Timon singled to center field his last time up. One down. Timon looked down to third base for the signs from Pete Bartingale. And the pitch. Strike called over the outside third of the plate. Curtis Stockel on the mound. Scattering Cavalier hits. Here's the pitch. Strike called. That one just caught the outside edge. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner on first. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Timon is frustrated as he leaves the plate. Got to bring up Caden Erickson. Erickson successfully completed a sacrifice bunt in his last time up. Check swing. It was low for a ball. Home plate umpire checked out with the base umpire, and, well, not a strike. The 1-0 pitch is in. Oh, he called it a strike on the inside corner. Erickson steps back in. And the pitch. That one missed. Throw it on to first, but back easily is Josh Garcia. 2 balls and a strike. Caden Erickson with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Chopper over to third, coming in, picking up, throwing over to first, and he's safe at first. They can't get it there in time. Simmons picked up the ball, but it was a long ways in, and Erickson hustled down and got there safely. That's going to bring up Ben Boda. Boda struck out his last time up. Two runners on now. Here's the pitch. Long shot out into center field. It falls in for a base hit. Rounding third, coming in to score is Josh Garcia. Boda safe at first, and Erickson is safe at second. Back to the top of the order now. Jackson Vance. And a chopper foul at the plate. No balls, 1 strike to Jackson Vance with 2 down, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Line shot to third. Simmons fires it wide of the mark at first, and a run's going to come in to score. So that's going to be an error on the third baseman. And coming in to score is Caden Erickson. So that'll tie the game at 2-2. And it brings up Chase Yeager. They're going to have a bit of a conference out at the mound. Cavaliers have runners at the corners now, with Vance on first and Ben Boda over on third. And the meeting at the mound breaks up. Curtis Dockel is still the king of the hill out there. Yeager has struck out and flew out to left. The first pitch is a called strike and just caught the outside corner. 2 down, all tied at 2. And the pitch, it caught the outside corner. Chase Yeager doesn't like that call. Can't say as I blame him too much. It looked quite a bit outside from here. But what do I know? Dockel fires. That pitch is high and down to second. Without a throw is Jackson Vance. Cavs have 2 runners in scoring position now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. And the 1-2 pitch. Foul back right over us. That made all of us duck. Dan, you did not bring your glove again today.
Could have had that one.
You're supposed to be protecting us. That was close.
Maybe I should have brought a bat.
Just hit it right back.
And a looper out into center field. Getting underneath it, though, is Ryder to make the catch. And so, for the Cavaliers, 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Bloomer error, and 2 were left on base. So we've completed 4.5, and it's the Cavaliers 2 and the Woodticks 2. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
And we're back here at Stuckert Field. Some more CRBL action. The Osseo Merchants are trying their best to help out the Cavaliers in Game 1 of their doubleheader against the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. After 3 innings of play, it's Osseo 6 and the Lumberjacks 1. Again, the last score we got from the Tilden-Eau Claire Bears game was Tilden Tigers 2, Bears nothing, and that was after 2 innings. So leading off the bottom half of the 5th inning, top of the order, it's Tyler Plitzner. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled to left and flew out to right. Flying out to center would spread things out, wouldn't it? Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. You know, all those threatening clouds are kind of sneaking by us without any results, except for a really pleasant breeze.
Yeah, just kind of split us.
Here's the pitch. And it's a called strike over the outside corner. And the wind is blowing pretty much from left to right, according to the flags over by some of the other buildings. There isn't a flag right here at the field. And a strike called. Counts even at 2-2. And the pitch. Grounder to Erickson over at third. Falls out of his glove. Fires over to first, and they don't get him. He beat that out. We'll give him the infield hit.
Yeah, it was kind of a odd ball. I think he was thinking it was going to go out.
Yeah, I think he was waiting to see if it would, and it didn't. That brings up Corey Poyer, who grounded into a double play his last time up. He also grounded to short his first time up. Squares to bunt, offers, throw over to first, and they got him at first. A put out at first base. Plitzner is out. As Cole Timon fired it down to Cooper Kapanke, who did the backhanded sweep tag and got him. The pitch was a strike, and a called strike 2 to Poyer. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. And a fly ball out into right field. Heading over is Garcia, and he makes the catch. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Curtis Dockel. Dockel singled to center field and scored his last time up. He's also been the victim of a strikeout. And the first pitch is a called strike. And the pitch, that one's high and inside. That was so much inside, it was almost behind his head. Lucas Costley on the mound for the Cavaliers. And it's a line shot on the ground. Out to Boda at short. Throw over to first for the put out. 6-3 on the put out. And for the Bloomer Woodticks, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. And we've completed 5 innings, and we're all tied at 2. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
For over 1/3 of its history, Eau Claire has been able to count on the Eau Claire Cavaliers for high-quality baseball excitement. Come be a part of Eau Claire's legacy with your hometown Eau Claire Cavaliers. Home games are at historic Carson Park. To plan your day of affordable family fun, check out the Cavaliers on Facebook. Or go to the Cavalier website at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Back here at Stuckert Field in Bloomer, Wisconsin. Actually, I'm kind of interested to see what games are like over at the new ballpark that the Woodticks will have to play at next year. Although I'll miss Stuckert Field. It's a picturesque little ballpark. Has a heck of a good concession stand here. Best hot dogs in the league so far.
Yeah, hopefully those follow the team over there.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, that's a nice complex they got over there.
Yeah, it's over at the middle school. It's the high school athletic complex, but it's over at the middle school. That's where they have the room to build the stuff. And
yeah, nice football field.
Yep, and a nice baseball field. And they're talking about building another field over, another baseball field over there. So leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Cavaliers, Cooper Kapanke, who is 1 for 2. Single to left his last time up. Struck out the first time around. And the first pitch was low for a ball. Second one is outside for ball 2. Curtis Dockel still on the mound for the Woodticks. Here's the wind in the pitch. Foul down the third baseline. I gotta say, manager Pete Bartingale didn't make much of an effort for that one. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball, foul territory, and just out of play on the right side. Counts even now at 2-2. Kapanke will be followed by Kjellberg and Brother Campbell. Another foul ball, straight back. Tell you what, Dan, a couple of those foul balls today have come closer than the ones at the press box in Carson Park have come.
Yeah, we were right in the path.
Pitch is high and away. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dockel winds in the payoff pitch. Chopper foul on the left side. Following today's first game, we'll have an abbreviated version of Talkin' Baseball. Then we have some between-game entertainment for you. Pitch is outside for ball 4. Cooper Kapanke draws the walk. It's going to bring up Ethan Kjellberg, who's 1 for 2. Single to left and grounded to short. And then, of course, we have game 2 coming up. Here's the first pitch. Called strike. Nobody out. Kjellberg swings and misses for strike 2. Dockel looks over at first. And the pitch. Kapanke heading down to second, and boy is he lucky that ball went into center field because he'd have been dead to rights. He got kind of a late jump on that.
Yeah, the throw kind of skipped in.
We'll give him the stolen base. Dockel at the belt. That one just missed hitting Kjellberg. Swing and a miss. And Kjellberg goes down on strikes. We have a scoring correction. The play where Jackson Vance was called out, or was called safe on an error, the official scorer gave him a hit. Well, no, I see an error on the under the error column now, so we're going to keep it the way it is. Unless they called that throw to second an error. But they're saying the Cavaliers have 7 hits. Pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. No, it was an error. There's the pitch. It's out. Called for a strike. On the outside corner, evidently. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It was a delayed call by the umpire. Dockel's 1-2 pitch. That one's outside. Cooper Kapanke at second. 1 out. Campbell Kapanke at the plate. And the pitch. That one missed outside. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Campbell Kapanke. And the pitch. Ball 4. Kapanke takes his base. Second walk given up by Dockel this inning. Brings up Anthony Pogodzinski. He's 1 for 2. Doubled in his first at bat out to the center field wall. And then struck out his last time up. Pogo fouls it off on the left side. Out of play. Breeze is picking up. And the pitch is high and away.
You know, Rick, we could put some pontoons on this thing, and we'd have our own sailboat.
Oh, we would, yeah. Yeah. Because that awning over us is catching the wind now. That breeze is picked up. Swing and a miss by Kapanke, or by Pogodzinski. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That'd be an adventure.
That would definitely be an adventure. Dockel at the belt. Swing and a miss by Pogo, and he swung at an outside pitch. So Pogo goes down on strikes. That'll bring up our Geno's player of the game, Josh Garcia. Garcia's 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. Boy, I can't think of a better time for him to get an extra base hit right now. Here's the pitch. He watched the first strike go by. Remember, you go out to Geno's Pizza at the intersection of Highways 93 and I-94. Tomorrow, pitch is inside for a ball. Mention Josh Garcia's name, and you get yourself a free soft drink. And if he does come up with that extra base hit, then your table gets a free appetizer. And it's a ground ball off Dockel's glove. Flips it over to first for the final out of the inning. So for the Cavaliers, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 were left on base. We've completed 5.5, and we're all tied at 2 on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Ready for a better way to bank? Switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
So we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, game scheduled for 7. We're all tied at 2. Lucas Costley on the mound for the Cavaliers. And leading off for the Bloomer Woodticks is left fielder Brent Serrar. He's 1 for 2. Singleton scored his last time up. Swinging and a miss for a strike. Here's the pitch. High pop foul out of play. Over on the left side. No balls, 2 strikes to Brent Serrar as our awning is trying really hard to blow away right about now. That breeze has really picked up. And a foul off the right side this time. There's a flag next to one of the industrial buildings down the right field line that's blowing pretty much straight across to right field. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll bring up Eric Abramson. He's 1 for 2. Singled to third base. That's the one that Erickson thought was going to roll foul, but it didn't. It was right at the bag and into and out of his glove, and by the time he got a handle on it, they couldn't get a play at first. First pitch is a little low for a ball. But as I look out in left center field, there's another industrial building over there that has a flag outside it. That's hanging limp at the pole. Heads up. There's a foul ball straight back toward us. Give the kids something to chase after. I don't care what ballpark you go to, that's what you see. Kids chasing foul balls. That pitch is high and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Abramson didn't like that call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Almost sounds like we're on an old sailing ship as things are creaking and moaning. Foul ball, just out of play.
The SS Webcast.
There you go. The SS, we must be crazy. 2-2 2-2 pitch is a called third strike. Abramson goes down looking. That's going to bring up Jay Ryder. Ryder is 1 for 1. He has a couple RBIs. He was also hit by the pitch.
Yeah, Kosic's got that big curveball.
It's got hands tied, doesn't it? Fastball on the or just missed the inside corner. One ball, no strikes. And that's a called strike. Outside third of the plate to Ryder. Cosley looks in. And the pitch. That one's a little low. Here's the pitch. Strike called over the outside corner. That's that curveball again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, all tied at 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll do it for the Woodticks. 3 up, 3 down, all victims of strikeouts. And after 6, we're still tied at 2 from Stuckert Field in Bloomer. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
And we're back here in Bloomer. Cole Timon to lead off the top of the 7th inning for the Cavaliers. This game's scheduled for 7, but we're all tied at 2. Line shot into left field. Timon gets on with a base hit. That makes Timon 2 for 3 today. And Mitch Baller is going to go in and run for him. That's going to bring up Caden Erickson, who's 1 for 1. He singled to third base his last time up. He also scored. Baller with a lead at first. Erickson off or shows bunt, and it's a called strike. And it's a called strike again on Caden Erickson.
Yeah, that's interesting. The flag down right field is blowing left to right. The other one's blowing right to left.
I think the buildings might be doing it. And a check swing foul. And saying it's a vortex. Stockel looking in for the sign. Fowler has his lead. And the pitch. A looper out into center field. It's going to fall in. And Fowler checks in at second. Caden Erickson with a single to center field. Fowler got almost a second and almost turned around to head back just in case Ryder would make the catch out there in center field. Because he was close. The wind hung the ball up. I think actually the wind's coming straight at us.
All right, what do we have going on?
So Mitch Fowler is coming in to get a helmet replaced.
Oh, okay.
And so with a new one, he heads back out to second base. It's going to bring up Ben Boda. Boda is 1 for 2, single to center field, and got an RBI last time up. Boy, it would be big if he did that again. He squares to bunt, fouls it back. Boda steps back in. Runners take their leads. Stockel fires. Boda squares to bunt. He lays a nice one down right in front of the home plate and gets thrown out at first, but it's a successful sacrifice bunt. Moves the runners over to second and third. Fowler at third. Erickson at second. Takes us to the top of the order. Jackson Vance. Vance got on an error last time up. He's also flown out twice, so he's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Knee high down the middle. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Fly ball should score a run. Here's the pitch. Strike called over the inside corner. Boy, I tell you, Dan, this is the time you got to be ready to swing the bat up here.
Yeah, shot down that left field line. It's got a big gap over there.
Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Curtis Stockel on the mound. Both pitchers have gone all the way. 2-2 ball game, top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Nice stop by Plitzner that time. If it gets past him, a run comes in. Mitch Fowler at third. Caden Erickson at second. Erickson with a pretty big lead over at second. Fowler just coming down the line a little bit at third. And the pitch is outside, and the count goes full. Stockel looking and pitches outside for ball 4. Jackson Vance is on first. So now the bases are loaded with 1 out. And it's going to bring up Chase Yeager. Yeager is 0 for 3, struck out and flew out twice. Once to left, once to right. 1 out. And it's a foul back into the screen. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Cooper Kapanke on deck. Here's the pitch, outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, Fowler's at third. Caden Erickson at second. Jackson Vance is at first. And the pitch is inside. Oh, they hit him. In comes a run because he was hit by the pitch. So an RBI hit by pitch. And that's going to score Voller. And the Cavaliers take a 3-2 lead in the 7th inning. Brings up Cooper Kapanke with one down, bases loaded. So we have Caden Erickson at third, Jackson Vance at second, Chase Yeager at first. There's the pitch, it's outside for a ball. No, he called it a strike. Ha! Okay, just about dissected the left-handed batter's box, but swing and a miss for strike 2. Cooper Kapanke is 1 for 2, single to left, struck out and drawn a walk. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into left center field. Getting under it is Serrar. He makes the catch. Here comes Erickson, and he's going to score. So it's a sacrifice fly by Cooper Kapanke. And that'll bring up Ethan Kelberg with runners at second and first. Jackson Vance at second, Chase Yeager at first. Kelberg is 1 for 3. He singled in his second at bat. Here's the pitch. It's high and away for a ball. Cavaliers now up on top, 4-2. Dockel at the belt, and the pitch. It's outside. One ball, no strikes, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Fly ball pop-up just beyond the infield. Moving back is Malinowski, and he makes the catch. So for the Cavaliers, they do pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. We've completed 6.5. The Cavaliers 4 and the Bloomer Woodticks 2. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
And here we are back in Bloomer, heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cavs up by 2, and the first pitch to Jackson Simmons is a called strike. Simmons is 0 for 2, struck out and flew out to center field. And another called strike. Lucas Costley looking to go the distance. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll bring up Jake Malinowski, who is 1 for 2. He's singled and struck out looking. Here comes the pitch. Strike called over the inside corner. One ball, one strike to Malinowski. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. Campbell Kapanke over to make the catch. 2 down. And as far as the Bloomer Woodticks are concerned, it's all up to Sean Hurt, who's 0 for 2. And we're going to have a pinch hitter, I believe. Yes, we are. Nope, it is Sean Hurt. And it's a foul back. Lands harmlessly behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Costley trying to finish things out. Cavs up by 2. Here's the pitch. Chopper foul right behind the plate. That one looks like it maybe got timing. Here's the pitch. Grounder down the first baseline, picked up by Kapanke, and he steps on first, and that will do it. Final score, Cavaliers 4, and the Bloomer Woodticks 2, and the Cavs take game 1. We'll have Talkin' Baseball coming up for you in just a moment, and then we'll have Between Game Entertainment and all of the action from game 2 coming up right after this timeout. Final score once again, Cavaliers 4, Bloomer Woodticks 2. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching NLWN-TV's presentation of Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right, as a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Stuckert Field in Bloomer. Cavaliers take game 1 by a score of 4-2. Cavaliers picked up 4 runs on 9 hits. And I don't believe they committed any errors. No. And no errors. Whereas the Bloomer Woodticks picked up 2 runs on 7 hits. They did commit 1 error. The winning pitcher of this game was Lucas Costley, and the losing pitcher was Curtis Dockel. Costley's record now goes to 3-2 on the season. He went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, both were earned. Gave up 7 hits, did not walk anybody, struck out 9, and he did hit 1 batter. Dockel went 7 innings pitched, gave up 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. He gave up 9 hits, walked 3, struck out 8, and hit 1 batter. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we will have some between game entertainment, and then we will follow that up with game 2 of today's doubleheader. between the Bloomer Woodticks and the Eau Claire Cavaliers. You're tuned to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Talkin' Baseball, a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned as coming up is Between Game Entertainment, followed by Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader.